Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. Before I get into the reading, I want to tell you guys that I am doing I've done all these reports for each of the signs. What these reports are, they're not very lengthy. They're just basically me like I've gone through all your readings from 2015, from the very beginning of 2015 up until now, to kind of see what the general themes and messages are in terms of what's been coming through for you, to kind of give you some general direction in where you've progressed from, and kind of to give you a bit of an idea of where you're heading in the future. But I don't go into too much detail in terms of like all that other stuff, because of the fact that I'm doing these monthly readings for you, and I don't want it to be like repetitive, like I've done these reports that's telling you this stuff about what's happening coming up, and then obviously I'm doing the monthly readings. It just seems pointless to do it that way. So yeah, it's just really supposed to be intended to be like just a general kind of guide. And also, do check out the Facebook page. Do like the Tarot for Healing Facebook page, because I'm being more active on there now. And so I just wanted to send you guys over there to say that yeah, I am doing more with my Facebook page now. So do like it and check it out. So in terms of your finances, then I'm going to move on to your relationship cards for those of you that are single or in relationships, and then your spiritual cards. And yeah, for your finances, you have the High Priestess and you have the Nine of Rods reversed. Interesting. What is sort of drawing more of my attention is this Nine of Rods reversed. Usually the Nine of Rods can be a situation where you are trying to stand your ground. You maybe being very stubborn, you're very protective over the work that you've done. You might even be a bit defensive towards other people, and it's like you're quite challenging. But this month you have a completely, it's like that's it. To me, that's more fading, because with the High Priestess, she so doesn't represent none of that energy. It's like the High Priestess is much more kind of go with the flow. She's much more laid back. So it could be even saying that this might even be a slightly less stressful month for you in terms of your work situation. Maybe where again you felt like you had to really prove yourself, and you had to really kind of like, you were really concerned about maybe somebody taking credit for your work, or maybe you were really concerned that somebody else might just come in and mess things up, or again it's like there's this cut offness. So I don't know if maybe some of you guys have found that you've been more cut off from the people that you work with, or maybe you just didn't trust certain people to do certain things or responsibilities. Maybe you even took on other people's responsibilities because you felt like they weren't going to do what they were supposed to do properly, or something like that. And the High Priestess is saying maybe you're going to have a more relaxed attitude towards these things. It's almost like you might not feel so much like you have to just push yourself so hard, and it's like you're going through a new kind of cycle. Maybe your perspective has just changed, and you just have come to find that, you know what, I just don't want to be that person that is going to stress myself so much in just trying to do something that in the end, I have to be so guarded over, or I have to be so worried that other people will affect the work that I'm doing. It's kind of like saying that you just know that things are going to be okay, and there's just no need for that anymore. And I think that's going to be better, because I think it's going to make your working environment much calmer as well. It's going to be a much calmer place for you personally. And sometimes the High Priestess can represent that which we don't see, that which isn't being revealed at this current time. But with the Nine of Rods um reverse, usually like sometimes when you get reversals, it represents a form of blockage, but I don't feel that this is like a negative block. I almost feel like it's something that needed to change. And I don't think that even this secretness that can be represented with the high priestess, I don't feel like is anything bad. I don't think like, oh my gosh, is this secret being kept from you that is going to turn into something horrible or something. It's almost like you just have a better understanding of things, and you just have a way now that you have. It's like you found a coping mechanism for the stress at your work. That's sort of what I've been looking for in terms of words. Um, it's like you found a better coping mechanism, and so it's like now you're just kind of like, I just don't want to stress myself so much no more. I don't want to be as aggressive maybe as I felt like I've had to be, and so maybe I can just sort of do my work and do what I'm responsible for, and just sort of chill out um a little bit more than I have in the past. It's almost like I really just get this impression that you're not worried about other people. Maybe you're not even worried about what other people are expecting of you. Um, Maybe you just have more confidence in yourself and your abilities, that you don't feel so insecure that you have to prove yourself, or insecure that you have to be so maybe that you have to be that kind of person that is just like, oh, I have to, like, there's something that I'm trying to get at some I'm trying to sort of figure out the way of wording it, because sometimes when you get certain people and they feel like they have to take on others responsibility, again, it can be that they think that they're even, it could be either that they're trying to prove themselves, or it can be either that they're wanting to or that they just don't feel that the other people are doing it right, and they think that they know the right way of doing everything. um but or but it's sort of saying that maybe this is a month where you feel like you don't have to, like, none of them things are concerning you, basically. Maybe you just have your focus on something else. um and again, you're going through a different cycle, you're going through a different phase, maybe in terms of your own maturity or your own understanding of things, because the high priestess also represents our inner wisdom as well. So yeah, now moving on. For those of you that are in relationships, I have the Ace of Rods and the Eight of Pentacles. And so when I look at these cards together, it could be saying that um the Ace of Rods can be a new and exciting beginning in a relationship. It can be that time where you get, the goosebumps and the butterflies in your stomach and all that kind of good stuff. It also can mean, if this is a long-term relationship you've been in, that you do something exciting with your partner, or that the passion and the excitement is being restored in the relationship. Um, so that's a really positive sign for those of you that are in relationships. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it's showing that, you're doing something over, you're trying something again. You're reworking the dynamics of the relationship to make it even better than what it has been in the past. So even for some of you guys, if a relationship was going through a state of difficulty, it could be showing that, again, the excitement is going to be restored back. Maybe there's just some really positive news that your partner has to say, and maybe it's exactly what you hoped for, and then then you're like, okay, maybe we can work on this again, maybe we can work things out, and we can make things even better between the two of us. And so again, I feel that there's going to be improvements when it comes to relationships that you're in. For those of you that are single, we have quite interesting cards. You have the Five of Rods, with the Two of Pentacles. And what this is kind of telling me, the Five of Rods is challenges, is arguments, disputes with people. And the Two of Pentacles is saying, well, okay, what are you going to do about this? It's almost like it can either be two different options that you have to choose. It also could be saying, don't take things too seriously. This Two of Pentacles. Don't take disputes and issues too seriously that you get involved in with other people. Because this is for those of you that are like single specifically, it could mean that maybe somebody in your life that could have been maybe a potential partner or whatnot, or maybe even was a partner, you have a falling out with this individual. And then it's like you have to make a choice of how you're going to handle the situation after you guys have this falling out, or after you guys have this argument. But at the same time, it's kind of saying, if some things were said, it's sort of saying don't take it too seriously. I don't know really why like it's coming through like that, but that's sort of what I'm seeing. It's saying sort of take it in your stride, don't take it too seriously, or don't internalize like something this person had to say. Or maybe this person is even might even have said something to you just to get a reaction out of you. Like maybe that's the only reason why they're even doing it, or why you're even having this conflict with this person. And if that's the case, then it's just saying, just sort of take it on the chin, and um yeah, just leave it as that. But yeah, I'm also feeling like somebody, maybe you might even have an argument or disagreement with somebody because they feel that maybe you're because sometimes this Five of Rods can be two people that basically like they don't want to give up, they don't want to give in. And it could also be saying that maybe you have to be a bit more flexible and a bit more understanding of this other person's position. Maybe you have to be less stubborn as well. um and sometimes it's good to get the opinions of others when it comes to disputes that you enter into, because sometimes you just need an outside perspective. You need somebody to tell you, was you in the wrong for saying what you said? Am I just not seeing the full picture? And sometimes if you have good friends or family members that are very, open and honest with you, they might be able to sort of tell you, okay, it's not that serious, like calm down. Or they might be the one to tell you, yeah, maybe you were a bit outline, maybe you were a bit stubborn and stuff. So some again, if you go through any kind of conflict, it might be good to get some wise counsel on just to gain some perspective, on the situation from some outside opinions. So your spiritual cards is the Seven of Rods with the Page of Cups. And what I'm seeing is, the Six of Rods is, it's like a triumph and victory card. Is triumph and victory, and the Page of Cups could even be in a relationship situation. So something that you may have been wanting relationship wise, something that you may have been wanting emotionally may actually come to you. You may be victorious. You may get your way basically from a situation, and that might be the victory. And so I feel like for quite a few of you guys, this is happening in a relationship situation. If you are already sort of settled, or there's somebody that you started off being with and some things may have gone awry, it's saying that you're going to get what you wanted in terms of that relationship situation, so you're going to be happy about it. And even if it's like, even if you look at the message in a more general way, it's just saying that there is likely to be some kind of achievements that you get that you're going to be satisfied with, you're going to be happy with some achievements that take place in the month of May. And these achievements are really going to make you feel good on an emotional level. And what the message that is coming through with the runes is that basically something that you created, something that you was hoping to have to be stable, it wasn't at the point of being fully stable, but you've created it and it was at the beginning stages. You may have gone through challenges with it. So maybe from the start, something was challenging, something you were going through, a relationship was challenging, maybe even a work situation from the start could have been challenging. And but then it's saying that maybe where it was affecting you, it's not going to affect you anymore. The difficulties, the burdens of what was once present is not going to affect you on an internal level. Like you're not going to let it hurt you. So that's good. So I feel like there's a process of releasing burdens as well. not letting things get on top of you. So I think the general message in this reading could be, don't let things that may seem like obstacle, or don't let things that maybe are troubling you, like even if you have a disagreement with somebody, try not to take it to the point that you end up being hurt by what they have to say, when you could maybe look at it from a different perspective, and you could just choose to kind of let it go. um I know sometimes that's a difficult thing, to go through, because sometimes you just are going to get offended. Sometimes you are just going to be hurt. But again, it could be a situation that maybe you're just feeling a little bit, maybe a tad bit overly sensitive, and maybe certain things that you should be able to let go and just sort of not take seriously, you may take a bit more seriously. Um, so yeah. And then your angel answers card is you're ready. And what this card is sort of it, the first thing that came to mind when I saw this card is initiation. So you might be going through a process of initiation this month, and you're ready to embrace life in a new kind of way. You're ready for, again, I'm seeing here something that was started off in the beginning that was causing you challenges, it's gonna get better. You're not gonna be hurt by those things. So it's almost like it's saying that you're ready to move on. You're ready to move on to the next stage of things. You're ready to embrace this sort of revival in a relationship. You're ready to move on in terms of a work situation. And I don't mean move on as in pick up and move jobs, but I mean, it's like, again, it's like there's a sense of emotional maturity that you're going to be dealing with in the month of May. And I think this emotional maturity is going to mean that you're going to feel, you're going to be able to handle those kind of situations much better. And again, I kind of am really feeling like you're going to feel like you don't have to prove yourself. So it's almost like you're ready because of the fact that you know that you're good enough. You don't have to prove yourself to other people and stuff. You just can be happy and content with who you are, the work that you provide, and what it is that you do. So yes, that's your reading, Capricorn. Peace and blessings to you. Bye.